People we love frequently need us to give up a lot. They are very important to us, yet sometimes they disappoint us. They take advantage of our kindness for their own gain. They are kind while they need us, but as soon as they acquire what they want, they take off like a bird. But how do you take control of this and make it your own? You will see a change very fast if you just avoid these 7 acts. 1. Don't alter your life to fit the mold of another person. It is unnecessary and painful, similar to wearing shoes that are too small. You go off your own path with every step you take to follow them. You forget your own objectives and lose your own pace. As Seneca once remarked, attempting to be everywhere at once really results in being nowhere. You lose yourself when you strive to live up to the expectations of other people. Change things up and quit matching like a rainbow. Now is the moment to take pride in your own hues. Go your own way and stop molding your life to fit the expectations of others. Simply be yourself. You are here to craft your own amazing tale, not someone else's. Your life is not about making sacrifices. 2. Avoid ruining your life by being too fixated on someone. Avoid living your life exclusively focused on them, as to a satellite orbiting a target. When you give someone else too much of your attention, you start to lose sight of your own goals and identity. You just consider their needs and desires. It's comparable to giving someone else all of your water while you're the one who needs it. If you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with the world, said Marcus Aurelius. You get unbalanced when you give someone too much attention. You become but a shadow, subject to their laws. You become blind to your own value. Break free from their sway and cease to exist just as a moon on their planet. Light your own path and begin blazing brightly like your own sun. You are the main character in your own life. You don't only play supporting roles in other people's narratives. Never forget it, and don't let anybody make you seem less brilliant. 3. Keep your happiness and mental well-being intact. It's as if you're burning down your home to keep someone warm by sacrificing your own happiness and mental health for them. It's counterintuitive and destructive. You give someone else power over your pleasure when you disregard your own well-being in order to appease them. Trying to cheer somebody up while you're down is what happens. Take a step back and take command. Your happiness and mental health are too valuable to be compromised. They shouldn't be exchanged. Give up sacrificing oneself for the sake of another person. Become the protagonist of your own story and zealously guard your happiness and tranquility. Develop mental fortitude and resist the urge to let anybody steal your happiness. You are not someone to be trampled over. You are in control of your own thoughts. 4. Never abandon your family or friends in favor of another person. Don't let your fascination with someone drive you to keep a distance from them. It's like slicing off limbs from the tree that provides for you. Every friend and relative is similar to a branch that has consistently given you assistance. Pushing people away can not only cause you to lose friends, but also damage your support system. People are like dirt, according to Plato. They may either promote your development or impede it, making you wither. You're on a difficult route when you distance yourself from your loved ones in order to get their acceptance. Maintain your network of support and make new connections with those who matter most to you. Your family and friends are special. They serve as your foundation and source of support. Keep in touch with the people who have always stood by you. 5. Give them less of your time. Never give someone so much of your time that they seem to never have enough. It's like tossing your time away. You lose a minute of your life permanently for every minute you spend being too preoccupied with them. Your most important asset is time. Therefore, don't risk it in a game of demands from other people. Seneca famously said, "We waste too much of our lives, not that they are short." You lose the finest aspects of your life when you devote all of your attention to someone else. Reclaim your time. It is yours, not theirs. Refrain from giving them all of your attention. Strike a healthy balance and manage your time well. Treat it with respect and use it for activities that fulfill you, bring you joy, and further your growth. Never forget that you are in charge of your own time. Don't spend it on someone who may not value it at all. 6. Keep your history private, particularly the most trying periods. It's like revealing to someone every secret you've kept and every struggle you've encountered. Your history is personal. It's your own tale that has grown you through difficult moments, particularly the difficult ones. It is not for sharing or passing judgment on by others. When we're weak, old ideas we've beaten come back to challenge us, stated Friedrich Nietzsche. Speaking about all your old secrets indicates that you are dealing with previous issues once again. You are now vulnerable to harm or exploitation. You should keep your secrets to yourself. Not everyone should be aware of them. Don't reveal more than is necessary. Keep the key plot points of your novel private. It is what fortifies and shields you. Don't trust just anybody with your protection. Use caution in who you put your faith in. Your life tale is yours and yours alone. It isn't meant to be entertained by others. 7. Avoid agreeing to do anything only to appease them. It's like breathing through a mask when you don't like it, all for the sake of making someone else feel better. Saying yes to things you don't like is an act of self-dishonesty, as well as disrespecting your preferences. It's similar to hiding your preferred colors with unappealing ones. To be genuinely happy, don't worry too much about others, observed Albert Camus. You become resentful and lose respect for yourself when you start acting against your will and instead do things because someone makes you. Remove your disguise and stop saying yes all the time. Saying no to things you don't like is a skill. It is not a play in which you perform for the benefit of others. Be sincere and truthful with yourself. Don't do anything if it doesn't seem right. Don't live your life according to the wishes of others. Recall that you are the protagonist of your own life, not only a supporting role in someone person's. 8th, avoid making decisions based only on your dread of being alone. Making choices based on fear is like wandering aimlessly in the dark, particularly when that dread is of being alone. Make decisions based on fear of being alone, and you may find yourself in situations you never intended. It's important to understand that being by yourself does not equate to loneliness. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. As Aristotle once said, take the time to comprehend and value your own business. In this manner, you will prefer to remain with someone because they enrich your life, rather than out of fear of being alone. Appreciate your own company and resist the need to act out of fear. 9. Remember to enjoy your victories, no matter how little they may appear. We often lose sight of our own accomplishments because we are so preoccupied with attempting to win over others or live up to their expectations. No matter how little, every advancement is a triumph and ought to be acknowledged. Epictetus stated that we need to value ourselves in addition to hoping to win others' admiration. Give yourself some time to recognize and value your own accomplishments. Honoring your accomplishments promotes self-assurance and highlights the significance of your own path. Your achievements are unique to you and should be acknowledged. Recall that living a fulfilling life is more than simply getting where you're going. It's also about enjoying the ride and taking pride in your own efforts along the way. From a Stoic standpoint, it's important to keep in mind the influence of your own decisions and the significance of living in accordance with your own character. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers emphasized that inner contentment and pleasure originate from inside, not from outside events or other people's acceptance. Even in situations when your choices conflict with those of others, you possess the courage and discernment to act in your own best interests. As you go through life, concentrate on developing your own qualities, such as discernment, bravery, fairness, and self-control. These, rather than how well you meet the expectations or aspirations of others, are the real indicators of a satisfying existence. Never forget that you are free to follow your own path, to appreciate your individuality, and to create a narrative that is based on your principles. You don't have to give up your well-being or your morals in order to appease other people. Instead, take charge of your life and make decisions that are really you. True freedom, according to the Stoics, originates from inside and stems from the realization that our decisions and ideas are ultimately up to us. Thus, keep in mind that you have the freedom to choose an alternative decision if you feel under pressure to comply, give up your time, or reveal more than you are comfortable with. You have the freedom to write your own narrative based on your own priorities and are not required to follow someone else's plan for your life. It's time for an adjustment. Start now, make the decision to quit doing these things, and make a commitment to become the greatest version of yourself.